This is the Gotrax 20-inch folding electric bike, and my first thought picking it up was pretty simple. 48 volts on a compact folder with 20-inch wheels and a 374 watt-hour battery sounds promising. But can it really pull off the 40 miles on pedal assist one thing without feeling sluggish or sketchy? I was also a little wary of the folding claim. Folding doesn't always mean easy to live with. After a few weeks of everyday rides, errands, campus loops, neighborhood hills, I've got a clear picture of what it does well and where it asks for compromises. The look is utilitarian in a good way. The frame uses thick tubing with an integrated battery that sits flush, so nothing sticks out awkwardly. The paint feels durable and shrugs off the usual scuffs from locks and racks. The 20 by 2.6-inch tires fill the frame nicely. They're wide enough to smooth out chatter without the drag of full-fat tires. Cable routing is cleaner than I expected for this price. Some lines are tucked into the frame, which keeps the front end from looking messy. The folding hinge is beefy and the safety latch snaps in with a solid click. The logo down the side is loud, but the overall silhouette is tidy. Up at the bars, there's a simple LCD that shows speed, assist level, and battery. Indoors and on cloudy days, it's easy to read. But under noon sun, I have to shade it with a hand. The grips are basic soft rubber. They're fine, though mine started to twist a bit when my hands got sweaty. The saddle is wide and friendly for short hops, but on rides over 20 minutes, I noticed pressure points, so that's on my upgrade list. From my experience, the 48-volt system is the secret sauce here. Even with a 350-watt motor, peaking around 500 watts, it pops off the line with more authority than a lot of 36-volt folders I've tried. There's a cadence sensor, so the assist kicks in after about half a crank rotation, then ramps smoothly. There's a tiny bit of run-on when you stop pedaling, just a fraction of a second, which is normal for this style of sensor. Throttle-only mode makes lazy cruising easy. It will carry you to a capped 20 miles per hour on flat ground. I did see a bit of ghost pedaling near top speed. On the highest gear, I can still contribute up to around 18 to 19 miles per hour, but once it touches 20, my feet are spinning more for show than power. It's not a deal breaker. It's just how a lot of compact e-bikes with small wheels and basic gearing behave. Hills are where the 48-volt system helps. Short, punchy grades are fine with light pedaling. On longer climbs, I shift into an easier gear and let the motor stay in its happy RPM. It won't fly up steep hills like a mid-drive, but it doesn't bog down the way weaker 36-volt systems do. The rigid fork transmits more road texture than a suspension fork would, though those 2.6s help a lot. I keep my pressures in the mid-20s to low 30s PSI for comfort and grip. Brakes are mechanical discs. After bedding in the pads, lever feel got firmer and stopping power is perfectly adequate for 20 miles per hour city riding. Hydraulics would be nicer, but for this price, these get the job done with a bit more hand effort. Folding and living with it day to day is where the personality shows. It folds quickly once you get a rhythm. Unlock the safety tab, release the big latch, mind the crank position so the pedal doesn't block the halves, flip the bars down. It's compact enough for a trunk or the back of a small SUV. I use a Velcro strap to keep the halves together so they don't swing apart when I lift it. The listed weight is around 45 pounds, and that feels accurate in my hands, manageable for quick loading, not something I'd carry up multiple flights daily. Charging is straightforward, about 5.5 hours to full. You can charge on the bike or off the bike, but removing the battery requires folding the frame and finding the keyhole under the main tube. It works, but it's awkward in a dim garage, and the location will collect some dust and splash. Not a deal breaker. Just a quirk you learn to live with. Range depends on how you ride. My mixed-use results, throttle only on flat paths, gave me roughly 16 to 18 miles before it dipped into the last bar. On pedal assist 2 or 3, riding at neighborhood speeds with stops and hills, I've been seeing 22 to 28 miles consistently. If I lock it to pedal assist 1, keep speed modest, and put in steady human effort, I can flirt with the advertised 40-mile figure on flatter routes. Cold weather trims those numbers. Below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, I saw a noticeable dip, pretty typical for lithium-ion. Key features that matter most to me start with the 48-volt system. In my opinion, that higher voltage on a compact folder makes a real difference in how lively it feels off the line and how it holds speed on mild grades. The 20 by 2.6 tires hit a sweet spot for city use, grippy, quiet, and efficient. The folding mechanism feels secure, and the overall package fits neatly into throw it in the trunk and go life. The LCD is simple, the controls are intuitive, and there's both throttle only and pedal assist, so I can tailor effort. I also value the UL 2849 certification. It's peace of mind for apartment charging and shared storage spaces. From my experience, regular little checkups, keep the brake cable snug, add a touch of lube to the chain, and check tire pressure, keep it running quiet and clean. I added sealant to the tubes on day 1, and that's paid off with fewer surprises. There are trade-offs. The display washes out under bright sun. Mechanical discs aren't as light touch as hydraulics. The battery removal requires folding, and the key slot under the frame isn't the friendliest spot. The saddle isn't great for longer rides, and the gearing runs out as you approach 20 miles per hour, which leads to ghost pedaling. None of these are shocking at this price, and most have easy fixes. Locking grips and a more supportive seat made the biggest difference for me, followed by that simple strap to keep it neatly folded. It's perfect for short to medium commutes, campus runs, quick grocery trips, RV life, and anyone who wants a real e-bike feel with compact storage. I'd recommend this for riders who want a straightforward folder with above-average pep, who plan to charge at home or work, and who don't need to carry a bike up a long staircase every day. In my opinion, the value lands in the ride quality, the 48-volt punch, and the practicality of a fold that actually saves space without turning the bike into a rattlebox. In conclusion, the Gotrax 20-inch folding electric bike does exactly what I hoped a compact 48-volt folder would do. It makes weekday riding easy, it's quick off the line, it slots into a trunk without drama, and it doesn't demand a ton of maintenance. If you want more comfort, add a better saddle or a suspension seat post. If you want less hassle, grab a pair of locking grips and a strap for the fold. The core experience, how it moves, folds, and fits into daily life earns a thumbs up from me. If you found this helpful, subscribe for more honest gear takes and drop your questions in the comments. Thank you for watching.